Today I am buying my first car. If you guys didn't know, I'm 17 years old and I've had my license for about 7 months now. And I did have a car, or I still do have a car, but then it decided to break down 3 times in 1 week. It got towed 3 separate times in 1 week and it was terrible. It was getting unreliable, so it's time to get a new car. Okay, this is where I saw my old self. As you can probably tell by my hair, this footage is old. I sat on it for a minute, but that's for a good reason. And by a minute, I mean 4 months. This was filmed in May, and I'm recording this in September. The school year started already. Secondly, the Jeep is running fine. The car that I said broke down 3 times, I drove it like towards the end of the summer, like almost every single day. Runs fine. I don't know. I just think it likes to be dramatic, keep me on my toes. So basically, at this point in my life, I'd already been working for almost a year. I've been saving up money for my first car, because that Jeep was a hand-me-down from my dad, because that's the car he first got when he came to the United States. My plan was to get this Miata from my aunt's neighbor. This was so clean, literally so clean. It just sat there for like 3 years, and then I asked her about it. She was like, I'll sell it to you for $3K. So I've been saving up, and then put a battery in it, started it, engine sound like this. I had a friend come look at it. There was blow by in the engine. The piston rings were worn out. So decided to go a different route. If Miata isn't the answer, then you know what is. But if you can't guess off of that, then you just have to see later on in the video. So I'm gonna take you guys with me, and I'm really excited. It's my first car. Hopefully the engine doesn't blow up on me or anything. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it by saying that. So let's go. This is my brand new to me 2000 Honda Civic EX. So I got this car for a steal. I think I got it for $2,800. Obviously it's not perfect. There's some dents here and there. There's water in the trunk, which I'm not too worried about. No car is going to be perfect for 25 years old, but it runs and drives, which I'm very excited about. Under the hood, there's a hot air intake. Yeah. If you guys know who Tech Joyce is on YouTube, she also has the same car, and her head gasket just blew up. But luckily for me, the guy I bought this off of just replaced the head gasket like 15,000 miles ago, so I'm not too worried about it. There's 170,000 miles on the dash. The door cards are fine. There's no crack in the dash. Everything's like mint. It also has a short shifter and aftermarket wheels and coilovers. I don't know what kind of coilovers or wheels or exhaust, but it comes with all of them. The only thing is I don't know how to drive manual, and it comes with a manual transmission. So this is my brand new car. I'm really excited to work on it. Yeah, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but for now it runs and drives, and that's all I'm worried about. And I'm really excited. This is my first project car. So
now, as you can tell from all the subtle foreshadowing, there was something wrong with the car, but I didn't know that at the time. So the very next day, me and my dad went to go drive it. No tags, no registration, no insurance, nothing. I bet you can guess how that went. Anyways, here's a cold start of the car from that morning. Sounds pretty snazzy. And then we got pulled over, and my dad had to drive it back because I got scared. I got stuck too. I'm not that good at driving manual. Anyways, after that, I was like, car sounds kind of funky. Then I realized it sounded like this. Now, if you remember when I was talking about the Miata earlier, it sounded like this. Kind of traumatized from that. So then I did the reasonable thing anybody would do, and I Googled it. Like every person who owns a Honda knows, valve lash adjustment. So I went to go do that. Mind you, I have no tools, so I had to wait till I got paid. I also had to wait for my new valve cover gasket set to come in, and I make so many trips to Harbor Freight. So I got this car at the end of May. I didn't start doing this until June 23rd. So it took me a whole month just to even start working on the car. As soon as I start working on the car, I immediately strip one of the valve cover bolts. So now I have to go buy a drill so I can drill out this old bolt. And this actually took me so long. And then, as you can see, I eventually got it out. So then now the upper timing belt cover did not want to come off. Both of these clips you see here, each respectively go on for like 20 minutes. It was the hottest day that summer, so I decided to give up and just move on to the next day. Day 2. So this day I finished up all my adjustments and I cleaned up the surface, get ready for the new valve cover gasket. And here I'm doing the valve cover gaskets, like doing the spark plug gaskets and everything. And then I'll just let this clip speak for itself. This is the moment of truth. Let's go! Let's go! The video doesn't pick it up that well, but the engine sounded exactly the same. At this point, I thought I was cooked. I thought I had a spun rod bearing. I thought I just wasted $2,800 of my own money, and I was actually like so done. So fast forward to the end of the summer. I'm talking about, it was probably like almost August. I was like, let me do a compression test just to make sure. So buy the compression test kit, and then this is the video of me doing the compression test. Finally up to operating temp, and now it's time to start the dreaded test that no car guy wants to do. We're gonna go ahead and pull all the spark plug wires, all the spark plugs, and then I'm just gonna grab my kit, match up the ends of the spark plug, see which one, and then we'll get started. Now all we have to do is just go in the fuse box and pull the fuse for the fuel pump. Yep, no fuel pump. All right, ready to rock and roll. I got my adapter and my gauge. Now it's time to do cylinder 1. Let's go. Okay, look at this. Cylinder 1, we have 180 PSI. That means this one is good. 2 for 4. Look at that. 180 PSI. Let's freaking go. 175. But that's still not bad, bruh. Look at this. Oh my gosh, bro. Look at this. 180. As you can see, my motor had perfect compression. And yes, I do know that it won't tell me everything about the engine, but this does tell me that the engine is relatively healthy. So after finding out that the motor had perfect compression, I came to this genius realization. Know that it's running right and the compression is good. I think I either mess up the valve lash or... Yes, you might have messed up the valve lash because, mind you, your motor sounds like this. Now, this is when I had the genius idea to finally figure out what was wrong with my car. So I went to go check my valve adjustment, and guess what I found? I think I figured out why it was making so much noise. I just took the valve cover off, right? Look, all of these here, they all have nuts. Look at this one. This one is just missing one. And where is it? It's right there. All right, I'm gonna put that back on, start up the car, and see what it sounds like. Oh, I think it's still making it. So in the end, does the car really sound that different? Not really. It basically sounds the same as it started, but in my opinion, it sounds better. But that could just be me smoking copium. So that one missing nut was making all that noise, but then it just ended up sounding the same from before I even did the valve lash, which is okay. I just mean after taking the valve cover off 3 times and redoing the valve cover gasket and putting new RTV on, I am not gonna try to like revalve lash or redo the valve lash adjustment because I'm just too lazy. I eventually did take the car out to drive to practice driving manual with my dad, and that was pretty fun. Now I know how to drive manual, and this is my build. So if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking to the end. I know it was a lot. This car is actually like stressed me out so much, but just like driving manual is so fun. If there's anything unusual you see about my car or anything I hear that you don't hear, let me know because I want to be able to fix that before I can. Obviously I hear my belt squealing. I'm gonna fix that in the next video, but if you have any tips for me or anything, leave them down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Video, and please slap that like button and subscribe to
Sean Bassard.
And goodbye.
Look, it's a new me, switched it up.